Magnolia Voss should have been saying, "I do," her voice steady in a church filled with hope. Instead, she was tearing through tall grass, her wedding dress snagged by thorns, her heart hammering against her ribs. The white silk, meant to symbolize purity, was streaked with dirt and blood from scratches on her arms. 2 hours earlier, she'd stood behind the church door, bouquet trembling, when she overheard Cormac Dullan's voice, sharp as a blade. He wasn't joking with his groomsmen about wedding nerves, he was ordering her father's death after the ceremony. Her gentle father, who trusted Cormac with everything, including her hand in marriage. Now, a weathered barn loomed ahead, its half-collapsed roof a frail promise of shelter. Magnolia lifted her heavy skirts and sprinted, her breath ragged. Behind her, the thunder of hooves grew louder, Cormac's men were hunting her, and she knew what they'd do if they caught her. She burst through the barn door, slamming it shut and pressing her back against it, gasping. The musty scent of old hay filled her lungs, but a faint whimper cut through the air, a sound that didn't belong. Her eyes adjusted to the dim light filtering through broken roof boards. In the corner, near crumbling horse stalls, 7 pairs of eyes stared back from the shadows. Children. The oldest, a boy of maybe 12, stood protectively in front of the others. The youngest, a girl clutching a corn-husk doll, couldn't be older than 4. Their clothes were rags, their faces gaunt, ribs visible through torn shirts. They looked as terrified as she felt, likely mistaking her for a threat. Magnolia, in her blood-stained dress, hair wild, must have seemed like a specter. The boy with sandy hair stepped forward, fists clenched despite his trembling hands. "We ain't done nothing wrong, lady," he whispered, fierce yet fragile. "Please don't tell them where we are." Outside, Cormac's voice barked orders, "Check every building." She can't have gotten far in that dress. Magnolia's heart twisted. These children were running, too, from something as deadly as her own pursuer. She crouched to their level. "What are your names?" The sandy-haired boy hesitated, then spoke. "I'm Finn." "This here's Lucy and Lily," he said, pointing to twin girls. "That's Marcus, with the hurt arm. Little Rosie, Tommy, and Sam." Each child nodded, eyes fixed on her. "I'm Magnolia," she said softly. "I'm not here to hurt you." "Why you all bloody, then?" Lucy asked, her voice parched. Before Magnolia could answer, Rosie stepped forward, clutching her doll. "You running away, too?" The question hit hard. These children knew the look of someone fleeing for their life. "Yes," Magnolia admitted. "I'm running, too." "From who?" Finn asked. "Bad men," she said simply. "Same as you." Marcus, cradling his bandaged arm, whispered, "They killed our ma and pa. Said we seen too much." The words chilled her. These children were witnesses to murder, hiding to avoid the same fate. Footsteps circled the barn, voices low and threatening. "Check inside every building," one of Cormac's men growled. Magnolia realized if they found her, they'd find the children, too, and that would be the end. She moved to the door, slamming a heavy wooden beam across it. The thud echoed as boots pounded closer. "Verikan Stexper." "There's another way out," Finn whispered urgently, pointing to loose boards at the back wall. "We've been using it." But before they could move, the barn door shuddered under a violent kick. Dust rained from the rafters. "We know you're in there, Magnolia darling," Cormac called, his voice cold. "Come out, and we can discuss this like civilized people." The word civilized twisted her stomach, she'd heard that tone before, sealing fates in his ruthless deals. Marcus tugged her dress. "Lady, we gotta go. They got fire." Through a crack, Magnolia saw flames licking the barn's edge. Cormac's men were smoking them out. The dry wood would ignite fast. "Show me," she said to Finn. He led her to the back, where loose boards formed a narrow gap, too small for her in the bulky dress. Another kick rattled the door, the beam groaned. Smoke thickened. "Listen," Magnolia said, gathering the children. "I'll get you out, but you need to be quiet and brave." Rosie looked up, eyes ancient. "You gonna leave us like the others?" The question cut deep. How many had failed these children? "No," Magnolia said firmly. "I'm not leaving you." She tore at her dress, ripping away silk and crinoline, freeing herself to move. "Tommy, Sam, help with these boards." The boys widened the gap as smoke curled in, flames glowing orange. Hooves thundered closer from the back. Magnolia froze, but Finn's eyes widened. A low whistle, 3 short notes, too long, came from outside. "Boone!" Finn called softly. "Boone, is that you?" "Yeah, boy," a deep voice answered. "You got trouble coming from the front." "Big trouble." Relief flooded the children's faces, but Magnolia tensed. "Who is he?" she whispered. "There's a lady with us." Lucy called. "She's running, too." A pause. "Ma'am, I don't know you, but 6 armed men are burning this barn. You want to live, listen close," the voice, Boone, said. "I've been watching these kids since they escaped. My horse can carry 3, maybe 4 small ones. Move now." "How do I know you're not with them?" Magnolia demanded. A bitter laugh. "Lady, the men chasing you killed my brother last week. We're on the same side." The front door exploded inward, sparks flying. "Finn, is he telling the truth?" Magnolia asked. Finn nodded. "Boone's been bringing food. His brother tried to help our folks, that's why they got him." "Decision time, ma'am," Boone called. "I can get some kids to safety, not all." "Not with you." Magnolia looked at the 7 faces, Marcus, injured. The twins, clutching each other, Rosie, gripping her doll, Finn, Tommy, Sam, desperate. She made her choice. "Take the 4 smallest," she said. "Rosie, the twins, Marcus. I'll get out with the older boys." Boone pulled the boards away. Magnolia helped Rosie through, her tiny hand brushing hers. "Go to Uncle Boone," she whispered. Lucy, Lily, and Marcus followed. Through the gap, Magnolia saw Boone's weathered face, eyes kind as he lifted each child onto his horse. "Take them and ride," she called. "Don't look back." Boone pressed a 6-shooter through the gap. 3 bullets Gatsby. 3 bullets left. "Make 'em count. There's a creek 2 miles north," he said. "Follow it to the mining camp." The front door splintered, Cormac's men were inside. "Finn, first," she ordered, pointing to the loft. The boys climbed as gunfire erupted below. Magnolia fired the gun, the shot going wide but buying time. She climbed after them, smoke choking her. In the loft, the boys struggled with a stuck window. Magnolia smashed it open with the gun butt. A rope hung from a pulley, their escape. Finn slid down, then Tommy, Sam. But a child's sob echoed below. They'd missed one. "Where are you?" Magnolia called, climbing back down into the fire. The heat was suffocating. She found a boy, Danny, 3 years old, behind a trough, clutching a toy horse. She scooped him up and climbed back up, the ladder burning her hands. The rope was gone, lost in the smoke. The loft window was 15 feet above ground, too far to jump with Danny. A massive beam cracked. Boone's voice boomed, "Window, now." Magnolia saw Boone on horseback below. She dropped Danny to Finn's waiting arms, then jumped as the barn collapsed. Pain seared her ribs, but she clung to Boone's saddle as he spurred the horse toward the children. Gunshots rang out. Cormac's men were closing in. Finn, Tommy, Sam, and Danny took the spare horse. Magnolia fired her last bullet at Cormac, missing but slowing him. They reached the creek, splashing through as Cormac halted, wary of federal land. Rosie whispered, "Are we safe now?" Magnolia looked at the 8 children, their faces etched with pain and hope. "Yes, sweetheart," she said, meaning it. "We're safe now." Her ruined dress symbolized a new beginning. Ahead lay uncertainty, but also hope. Magnolia wasn't running away anymore, she was running toward something better.